Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So today I present you Mines of Blaze. And Mines of Blaze is a minigame or a casino game that lets you select out of 25 lamps, as we can see here in the background, completely freely. You can select whichever lamp you want. And if you can manage to skip the 2 lamps that are mined, you can manage to win the jackpot. And again, this video's idea was suggested by a viewer, and his name is Vanilla Carvalho. Yeah, I think I made like 1,000 mistakes by pronouncing your name, but you get the idea. So the comment is, sorry to bother you after you finally do the poker, then make Mines of Blaze with 25 squares and then choose random mines. You win diamonds or lose diamonds. So you get the idea. We have here 25 diamonds, 25 lamps in the background, and you can select any lamp. If you manage to get 23, like successful picks out of these 25 lamps, you win the jackpot. If you hit any mine at any point before hitting 23 successful lamps, you will lose. You will lose everything, but I made this basically be only 1 diamond for each game, so it's very unlikely, of course, to hit all of those 25 squares. And to be real precise, you only have a 6.5% chance, and I get to the maths on why that is a 6.5% chance, each game to win the jackpot. So yeah, that's your odds in this game. And the video will be structured into 2 parts. The first part will be the explanatory part, so I will explain every circuit here behind me, which is this massive circuit, as we can see here. But yeah, it's not that complex to build, since it's a lot of them the circuits is just copy-paste. And the second part of the video, we will build it block by block together, so you can build it in your single player or multiplayer world. It should work across all versions of Minecraft, so yeah, make sure to try it out and reply me in the comments if it does work. But there's no way it shouldn't work, to be honest. So, and also, sorry for being late 1 day on the video. Usually my videos will be released on Saturdays, but yeah, on Saturday was very, very busy, so I had now the release date shifted towards Sunday. So yeah, welcome and have a nice Sunday. So, let's get into the video. First of all, let's get in here a diamond. To start everything, so the machine makes some noise and then we can start. So we get 1, for example, this lamp should now light up. So we have 1, here another 1, and so on. You get the idea. But at some point we will get the bad odds basically and anger the machine, as we now heard. So everything resets after a certain amount of time. If we hit basically, yeah, a lamp that is a mine. So let's now look at the circuitry behind. It looks really massive, already told you that, but I will go over it slice by slice. So we have 5 equal slices here, since we have a 5 by 5 row of lamps, and also selectors. The selectors are, by the way, some note blocks, and if you're on the server, you may have to replace them by hoppers or other things that people can interact with. So we have observers that detect the basically click of the note block, and then they just trigger a T flip-flop. So we move the wooden X from left to right. I just focus on this slice here. Then we would have the comparator here reading the signal and transferring it to this dropper here. And this dropper, as we can read on the other side, come on, let me through why I am so fat. So we have here a 1 in 9 chance. Oh, sorry, it's not a 1 in 9, of course. It is a 8 in 9 chance, and we have therefore a 88.8 chance of hitting a stackable item and just a 1 in 9 chance to hitting the wooden X. So that's what it describes it. So we have 11% failure rate per dropper. And that's why we have this combined 6.5% overall rating, since we just multiply the 88.8% 23 times in a row. So 2 mines are in there. So we multiply that, and that's where we get the 6.5%. So then we can now detect with a comparator if it is basically a stackable item or the non-stackable one. If it's a stackable, everything is fine, and we just power this single redstone repeater, just a power tree that goes up and basically lights the corresponding lamp on top. If we get unlucky and hit 11% chance, we also, since we get signal strength 2, light this lamp, and this lamp is just connected with the blue circuit down here to our reset line. And yeah, the blue line, we just follow it just follows in through. And it's there, the reset line. It resets all the T flip-flops where the X's are in. It also resets all the droppers that we selected. So that is our game reset if we hit signal strength 2 basically. Yeah, we just copy that over for all the slices, and then we have in addition those observers on top that look out for changes in this redstone torches here. So if we light a lamp successfully, the redstone torch will go off, and the observer will pick up the signal, transfer it to our combining pink circuit, and the combination of these pink circuits just leaves us in the heart of this machine, which is this dropper-dropper combination. They face each other, and in the left dropper we have 23 blue concrete. And if all of the blue concrete, so if we hit basically 23 of those lamps successfully, therefore avoiding the 2 mines. So the mines are always, each game they're completely random, since the user will pick, the player will pick random note blocks and random lamps. So it is really a game of chance, and it's 100% random where the mines are. So yeah, we have here 23 items. As they successfully get transferred, we will just empty this one, power that torch, and power very long delay. We have here also a failsafe, so if so nobody can mess with our machines. We will win the jackpot. So, but if the more basically the more frequent case will arise and we reset everything, we additionally to the blue line I showed you before and the resetting of all the T flip-flops and randomization droppers, we will get up this blue line in this very long pulse extender here. And this pulse extender just, yeah, basically prevents us from, I can now trigger it, for example. Let's just get ourselves a redstone torch or something like this and just trigger it very shortly. It will just prevent us from winning. So if we now basically trick the machine in any way to win, we get no beacon since the piston is extended, not the block. And we also power this observer clock here, removing all 23 items. If we win, of course, the length is perfectly timed to remove if we win all 23 items back. But as we in most cases just have like 6 or 7 lamps or even 10 or 15, we move all the items back to the original dropper, therefore resetting the machine. And yeah, if we win addition, trigger this circuit here, the gray one, and the gray one also just resets the machine, since if somebody wins, the machine has also to reset. So that's the gray circuit taken care of. And the blue one, or the light blue one, is just our input circuit where we put in the currency item, which is diamond in my case. And then we just trigger this T flip-flop here with the wooden X getting moved to the left. Powering this comparator here, let me show you that. So powering that comparator, also triggering the piston by preventing it from putting any more currency item in there. We also extend all those pistons here to letting the game basically allow the signals to get through. So nobody can like trick the machine or play without paying. And we in addition reset everything once more. So if any lamps, as you saw in the preview, there was one lamp on the last basically frame of the preview, it doesn't matter since the game just clears everything out before it starts. So if somebody, for example, let's just reset it manually again. Just reset the machine again, and I will show you one example. So if somebody does not pay for the game and just plays around, that's completely fine. Yeah, but yeah, of course now we lost again. But you get the idea. We just lose all the time. You can click anything. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now the machine is resetting again. That's why we get no signals there. But basically you get the idea. We can just click it. And now we would have a lot of lamps to start with. And we didn't even pay. But now if we pay and start the game and really can win some prizes, the game just resets itself in advance. So we have a clear board to start with. And yeah, that's basically all taken care of. That's all circuits explains. We just have a few note blocks going on. But other than that, the machine is just huge since there are 25 lamps to individually like read and get outputs from. We have inputs and outputs coming from those lamps. So that's why it's so huge. But yeah, the only circuitry that's going on is everything to my right now. Or if we have everything to the right now, all to the left is just copy pasting one slice. And yeah, that's why also the block by block tutorial will be rather fast. So with that, welcome to the block by block tutorial where we build it together block by block. But we started already with basically this shape here. And we have a platform that is 19 by 13. And the 13th block is basically this netherite frame. And the 14th block would be this quartz brick here, just to make sure that I know what I'm talking about, or that you know what I'm talking about. So then we have this basically 10 by 5 rectangle on the floor, which is note blocks and different colors. You can of course select the colors as you wish, and you can pause now at any point to make sure to build it. Yeah, we have here, those are stairs that are placed in another direction, so just facing backwards. And here we have just a dropper filled with beacons, and yeah, I think that's everything I need to show now for the block by block tutorial to start with. So let's get on some blocks, and we're gonna start with 2 hoppers facing to the left, one into a chest with an upside down stair there. Then we're gonna place in this shape, repeater, torch, a comparator, and 2 pieces of redstone dust. Then we're gonna select a sticky piston with a diamond block. We're gonna get ourselves some more wool, some more droppers. Where are they? So, some more droppers. Here we're gonna have a block. Here we're gonna have another comparator. Torch, block, torch. Sorry, this one has to go right there. And then just blocks all the way to this piston here. So then we also gonna need here a torch, and we're gonna get there a repeater set to, what is it? Repeater, but we're gonna work with that later on. So just make sure to place it there. Next up, we're gonna punch out this block here and placing one beneath, redstone dust. Then we're gonna place in here a repeater. Then we're gonna place a block, 1 block down, like so. Then we're gonna get a sticky piston, block, repeater set to 2 ticks, a redstone torch, redstone dust, and another redstone torch. And at the bottom we should already place in 2 blue wools, and here's some more redstone dust like this. So with that build, we're gonna build our first slice, which will start with some observers facing those note blocks. And we're gonna go with 1 observer, 3 observers, 5 observers, 7 observers, and 9 observers like this. Then we're gonna place in some blocks like so. Then we're gonna place in some droppers. We're gonna fill them with a wooden X, and I will now just basically copy those droppers over. So in each of those droppers there is a wooden X in there. So next up I'm gonna switch to magenta wool. Gonna place that right in front of each dropper. Now we're gonna get ourselves an empty dropper facing into the other one we already placed. Then we're gonna place in a comparator. On the bottom we're gonna need a lamp. Then we're gonna need some more orange wool. Here we're gonna need a comparator. We're gonna need some orange wool, comparator, orange wool, comparator, and the last one. So then we're gonna need redstone everywhere like this. And from here on, we're just gonna grab ourselves some pre-configured droppers that have 1 non-stackable and 8 stackable items in there. So we have our nice 88% chance. Oh, we already forgot here 1 block. So then we're gonna need another magenta wool like so. Remove these blocks, get some more empty droppers facing into each other, redstone dust like this. And from here on, we're just gonna grab again the orange wool. And we're just gonna read the output of each of those droppers like this. And from here on, we're just gonna have 1 redstone. Sorry, 1 repeater. And from here on, we're just gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks like this. That brings us already to our green circuit here in the background. Here we're gonna set our first redstone torch. So next, we're gonna repeat that. So here the next one. Just gonna go over like this. So we're gonna face into this redstone torch right here. And we're gonna need a repeater and some redstone dust like this. Yeah, just keep on doing that by having a repeater, always one next to the comparator, like so. For the top one, we of course gonna grab a redstone torch, set it like here. Then we're gonna set it for the next one right there. And for this one here, we're gonna set it right here. So we now have this column of redstone torches, and we're gonna wire them up at least to this level for the first part. So just make sure to have 5 redstone torches now in line like this. Should look like that, your slice. Next up, we're gonna wire the first lamp. So we have here this green wool. We have the output right here. We're gonna have a block there, a block there. That's where our redstone is starting. And we just wire it. There's the lamp, just right to the lamp. So, of course, I did it for all the other lamps as well. So make sure to place that. And then, yeah, we're just gonna come in with the next one. And from here, we're just gonna have another torch that is in this direction. Sorry for that. And we're just gonna go up like this. That's the wrong one. That's the right one, like that. Then for the middle part, we're just gonna go up like... Sorry, I misplaced that redstone here. That should have started actually right here. And the redstone should always start there. So then we're gonna have block, redstone dust, block, redstone line. Next one, like this. Block, redstone dust. So, and the remaining redstone line like this. Last one. So just place there the torches. Torch, redstone dust, and again some redstone dust like this. Perfect. So now we're gonna go to the right side here, and we're gonna place the torches right here. And we're also gonna need some observers facing those torches, and we're gonna stick one block out of the back. Like this. Like this. And like this. Then we're just gonna grab some pink wool. So we're just gonna place the pink wool like that. And here on the bottom, we're gonna extend just our reset lines by one block in this direction, so we can copy paste that for all the world edit users. For the normal single player survival users, you would have to build, of course, each slice separately, so it doesn't matter for you. As the last part, I want to add in the lamps, which should just go here by extending... Oh, that was not real. Good. So just by extending this orange circuit here. And here we just... Where's my redstone lamps now going? Here. We're just gonna add in here the redstone lamps like this. Then we're also gonna remove a bunch of blocks beneath, like so. And we also need the blue wool. So here will be an observer. So we just continue with the observers now. Just go up like this, just add some blue wool blocks in between. And here we're gonna start with 2 redstone dust. We have here a repeater set to 2 ticks, here repeater set to 2 ticks. And that's our first slice done. Here will be the redstone output for that afterwards. So let's do that also, like that. So, but with that done, we now can copy over the slice 4 more times. With everything copied over now, successfully, we have a bunch of lamps that are now on, but yeah, don't care about that. And since it's more than sufficient to have those 4 lamps in between, so this one would just count double if this comparator gets to 2, we can remove the entire stack here. So the most outer ones is completely unnecessary, so that's why we can remove it, and we only needed the 4 lamps in between of all those comparators. So with that done, we can look here on the bottom again. Everything is working fine. That can also be removed. So if 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, that's perfect. And yeah, everything other is also nice. Now we can already add in our sticky pistons here in the background. So just make sure to build them like this. So just equip them with some blocks. Remove the blocks in between. And here we're just gonna read the signal with 2 ticks of repeater delay. Just repeat the signal. So then we're just gonna grab ourselves some redstone dust. Here we're gonna also add in some redstone dust like this. Perfect. Yeah, just keep it like this. We will work with that later on. And next up, we're working here on the bottom with all the reset circuits. So the first thing we want to do is just combine all of them like so, that we have only one single line activating all of them. So that's why we just have here 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, and 2 tick. In between, we're just gonna grab some redstone dust. Also here on the fronts. Like this. Perfect. Then here on the bottom, we're gonna start with a repeater, with a block, another repeater. Should look like this. Here, we're just gonna set that to 2 ticks. Oh, sorry. Set that to 2 ticks. Then we're gonna have here another torch, and we have here a bunch of repeaters going into those circuits. Just keep them at 1 tick. Redstone dust, torch, redstone dust, and redstone dust, like this. So when we now power this one here, everything should power on, and that's exactly what we want. So now we can just combine these 2 circuits together, like so. And here we're just gonna grab a repeater, place it in there, and here another piece of redstone dust. So with that done, we're gonna grab ourselves some light blue wool, and we're gonna power those pistons here. So usually they are off, so that's why we have in here a torch, there a torch, and so on. We just build a torch tower, and afterwards we invert the signal. So now all of them are on. And of course we want him to be off, so everything is off now. And here we're just gonna grab ourselves a repeater chain that looks like this, and we just extend them. Sorry, I just inverted the signal one time too often, so just make sure to place it like this, here repeater, and you're fine, they're now all in off state. So next we're gonna start right here. So here we're gonna have a gray wool block with redstone on top, that's our dropper. And then we're just gonna place like a few blocks like this. I will come to exact number in a second. So the first one needs to be now a repeater set to full delay. Then we're gonna have here a block. That's where our sticky piston goes. Here we're gonna have ourselves a repeater, redstone dust, repeater full delay, repeater full delay, repeater full delay. 4 and 5, so that's all our repeaters done. Sorry, all of them are of course at full delay. So then a redstone torch. Here we're gonna have a comparator, and that's now where the 2 in each other facing droppers will go, like this. Then we're also gonna grab ourselves some purple wool. In the left one there will be now 23 items exactly. Then we're gonna have observers that face into each other if they are extended with the sticky piston here. And here we're also just gonna grab ourselves a torch, and also that one. And we can then also set a torch right here. Here we're gonna add 1, 2, 3 comparators, and then in the other direction like that, some redstone. And here we're gonna have a repeater set to full delay, like so. Good. Next up, we're gonna grab the signal right here. We're gonna launch it right into this sticky piston. That's not a sticky piston. 2 tick repeater there. and we're just gonna start building down with a redstone torch, a block, another redstone torch. I misplaced something, so yeah, just put the redstone here, put the redstone torch there, and then it will basically be very nice to get it to this common block here, the signal. So now we also want to trickle down with this line like this. So I will come to that in a second, but first we're gonna go up with the blue line. So we're gonna start right here, and then we're just gonna count. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now we should set a repeater there. And yeah, just keep it going like this. So from here everything should be fine. We're just gonna wire it up like that. And this repeater here in the bottom should really face the other direction, otherwise it will not work. For the gray line, we just continue on our downwards spiral here. So make sure, yeah, just go like this. So where are we here in terms of redstone? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I usually do it at 14, whereas at the repeater, yeah, it leaves you just with a little bit of space. So there's a repeater, and we just want to connect it up like this. So this is now perfectly done. So now we're gonna have to wire the pink circuit, so everything will end up right here next to this dropper. And we're just gonna do so by combining all the redstone dust like this, like this, and now we're just gonna block up to here, and we also gonna block up to there. So this powers that, that powers that, that powers that, yeah, that's completely fine. Perfect. With that, our machine is done. Except of the note blocks, so we're gonna need 2 or at least one of them with a pumpkin right here, and maybe another one just, yeah, just right there. And yeah, that's it. We can also add in, of course, a note block if we win, so just place it here, just grab maybe an iron block to make it nice. And yeah, here's also a beacon, since we started it once before with testing. And now we just grab ourselves some diamonds and try it out. First we want to try if everything works accordingly, so we just place or just play random note blocks. Perfect. Yeah, we already lost. It resets itself, that's working. So now we have to wait until this clock here stops. And let's insert a new currency item. Yeah, now it's off. So place in our diamond. And of course I forgot to configure our hopper here. We have to configure it in a way that we have 16, 17, 18 in this slot and 3 in that slot, secret names items. And then we're just gonna place in 2 there. That will start the machine already. And we can now play it. So there in this dropper combination is also the wooden X missing. So now let's insert a new diamond and hope that everything works. So now we can start. So we will now get 1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't risk another one now at this point. So we should have now 4 blue wool transferred from the left to the right. Yeah, just now completely overdo it. Oh wow, that's actually not that bad. We're really killing it now. Could I really make it now to the 25 squares? I'm so nervous now. Yeah, I did it. I did it. So that should now... The much anticipated beacon, yeah, there is it. It just took a little bit of time. But now we got everything. It should also reset the machine now. Let's see what it does. And of course I forgot one single redstone. One single redstone dust. So the machine should now, of course, clear everything out. And yeah, transfer all the items back right into here. Perfectly done. Now I want it to fail, since we now at the 6.5% luck basically to make it happen. And I also, of course, yeah, forgot to place this line. I'm really sorry by that. And I mean it, really sorry by that. So we need another torch right here. We need another redstone right here. We're also gonna need a repeater. Like so, redstone down, and here we just need a sticky piston with a torch. So if we get it, it will reset and we can also insert a new currency item. So very sorry for this, but if you made it this long into the video, you're probably watching all of it. So now I just want to make it fail. So just put in there something and just make it fail, make it fail, make it fail. Come on. Yeah, now it failed already. Perfect. So that also works. Great. It resets itself. But yeah, the game before we were really lucky. With that said, thanks for watching, and yeah, keep suggesting those nice video ideas, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.